smile that left her slumped over in her seat.
"That's not gonna do it,"
a muffled voice barked from the other side of her window. Startled, she dropped the donut and snapped her head to the window. She saw a gray-haired, blue-collar-looking man staring at her. "Geez, man, you scared the crap out of me." Lucy motioned with her hand for him to step back so she could open the door. She got out, leaving the door open and looking at him blankly as if to say, "Well?" "Thought you needed some help," the man said. "Oh, it won't start," she said, dropping the attitude just a bit. "Why don't I take a look for you?" he offered as he walked around to the front of the car. "Pop the hood." He motioned with a pumping thumbs up for her to comply. She got in the driver's seat and reached down to pull the handle. While she was down there, she retrieved the fallen donut and chucked it out the door. "I got groceries back here," she shouted, leaning out the door. "Hold your horses, missy," he volleyed back. Without moving from his concentrated stare on the engine, he said, "I think I may know what the problem is." As she waited, she wondered if he had a family. She thought he was probably the type of dad who teaches you how to change a tire before you go off to college, or the kind you call when something really exciting happens in your life. Lucy wouldn't know about that. First of all, nothing exciting ever happened to her, and second, she didn't have a father. Her stepfather, Tom, died when she was 12, and she never met her real father. Tom had married her mother, Linda, when Lucy was just 5 years old, and her half-sister Katie came along right after Lucy turned 6. They actually had a happy little family for about 5 years before Tom passed of a heart attack. Tom was one of those flaky charmer types who was all talk but never came through in the end. The girls loved the charming part, and in the beginning Lucy was too young to notice the flaky part. Towards the end it got to Lucy and her mother. Linda began to drink more than casually when Katie started school. Once it was just the 3 of them, the situation got much worse, and Lucy was forced to take control of the family. Unfortunately, while Lucy struggled to keep her family together, her mother succeeded in pulling it apart. "Hold on a sec," the man said, jolting Lucy from her thoughts. He briskly walked to an all-white pickup truck about 6 spaces down the lot. "Let me just get something from my truck." Waving a hand in the air and not looking very confident he would return with a solution, she gave a half-hearted, "Yeah." She sat and stared at him as he rummaged through a giant gray lockbox in the back of his truck. What if he wasn't just a nice man trying to help? What if he was a psycho, and now he would lure her back to his truck to kidnap her? Who knows what would happen then? What choice did she have anyway? It's not like she had AAA or some capable boyfriend or BFF to call. Who would really miss her anyway if she was snatched away from her meager existence? Maybe it would be a good thing if he was a psycho. She'd often thought about the different ways she could end it all. This, however, was definitely not one of the scenarios. Quick and painless was more of what she was looking for, and something that didn't take too much effort. Lucy had run through the possibilities in her head more than once. Drug overdose? Pretty tough to get your hands on something that would do the trick. Slit her wrists? Too gross, and she didn't have the guts to do that anyway. What about smoking in bed? Maybe she'd pass out from being drunk. That was believable since she spent many a night overindulging in cheap wine or beer and then falling asleep in front of the TV. Definitely not an option, though. She didn't smoke, and the whole apartment building could burn down. Even though she appeared to be a loner, she still cared about people and didn't want to hurt anyone. Chugging back with a can in one hand, raised up like he was carrying the Olympic torch, the kind man cheered, "Got it!" Usually people who were so positive and cheery annoyed Lucy, but something about this guy was kind of cute. Must be the dad thing. She trusted him and wanted someone like him to take care of her. "Great," she said. "What is it?" He waved her over to the front of the car. "Let's try spraying some starter fluid in the carburetor. It used to work great on my wife's old Honda." He shook the can and then gave it 3 squirts. "Why don't you try to start it up?" Lucy shrugged. "Okay." She walked around him to the driver's side, hopped